What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. Target individual CJBK. It is about 11 a.m. and I just finished my last route. I'm about to go home, try to relax. Damn. Alright, let me just stay on this side. So I just wanted to go over something in particular. So, the V2K handlers, they said in the very beginning when they started harassing me on a mild setting, when it was just basically using their voice transmissions to scare me and whatnot. Then they were like, well, I remember the first thing they led with was, you're not supposed to put your phone on, what did they say? You're not supposed to hotspot in this building. Or you're not supposed to put your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on in this building or something like that. And now when I think back to all the little detailed things that occurred with my initial, introduction to this so-called, they're calling themselves a secret society. But they didn't necessarily give a name, so I don't know if it's Illuminati, Skull and Bones, the Boule, any of those other ones. I don't know if they're a particular one. The way they're speaking though, they sound like they're connected to both street, street groups or gangs, or however you want to call it. Probably, I don't know about the mob per se, but basically they're supposed to be connected to both the underworld and the military. So it's like, and then not only the military and the underworld, but also law enforcement, because remember, they said that they wanted me to become a police officer. They said that I wasn't supposed to say nothing about me, hearing their voice and whatnot. Like when I went to the hospital, because I didn't know what was happening and why I was hearing voices of somebody else in my head, And then that whole weird glitch in the Matrix thing that happened at the hospital with everybody in the ER room once I said what I said to the nurse. Then that moment, it takes me back to, I don't know how many of you may have seen the video, but you could go on YouTube, right, and look up Cardi B Matrix glitch, right? And it's this weird, and the very same thing that kind of I didn't have that little glitch moment where she froze for a second or whatever. But if you watch the video, there's a moment where Cardi B, she's just talking, her normal style, I don't know, I was nervous. Then all of a sudden, she makes this weird face, and she freezes. Now, the person interviewing her, Lala Anthony, she then says something along the lines like, it's good, and she's looking in the camera. She's repeating it over and over. It's good, it's good, it's good. Now, if you watch the video a few times, I looked at Cardi while Lala was saying it's good. Alright, we're gonna ignore what we just saw. But anyway, damn. Right, so while Lala saying it's good, it's good, it's good, every time Lala say it's good, like Cardi B did this weird jerking thing. I don't know, you gotta see the video. It's like Cardi B was on like some red carpet thing. I don't know what show it was. Ooh, this bus was close. Anyway, you see that, right? That bus didn't even have to get that close. But I guess because he's trying to turn, it's alright. Anyway, So not only that whole little freeze and glitch thing that Cardi did was weird, but if you pay attention to the 4 people in the back, the ones that's behind Cardi, there's one wearing a white dress, another woman with like red hair, and then there's these 2 guys that look like bodyguards. Now, if you watch the whole red carpet event, they're with Cardi B. Apparently, I think like one of the women that's with Cardi B in a white dress, that's supposed to be her sister, and then like there's the other, I don't know, I think the other woman might be like with her or something, like a relative of hers or whatever. But anyway, so peep this, right? So as Cardi starts to go into that moment where she's about to freeze up, all 4 of them happen to have looked in her direction. The moment she froze up, both of the guys standing behind Cardi B turned in the same exact motion, in the same mirror emotion, looked the same way. And then the woman in a white dress, she's watching Cardi, and then the other woman with the red hair, she's like peeking over at Cardi. The moment Cardi ends up having that little freeze moment, the 2 men, they turn and look one way. The woman with the white dress then turns her back to Cardi, and then she starts to say something into her dress. Like her mouth is moving, but she turns, it's like she wasn't really doing anything there. She was just standing there holding something, like I don't know, she was like holding something on her dress. Then all of a sudden, once Cardi had that little freeze moment, the woman with the white dress turns her back to Cardi and has her head down into her chest like she's speaking to someone. And then the woman with the red hair, she tries to act like she's not looking at Cardi, but she's like peeking over at her from the corner of her eyes. So, with that being said, and there's all kinds of other, glitches. You could look up these things. Like, there's even a compilation video, top 10 glitches in the Matrix with celebrities or something like that, and including the one with Al Roker, Draymond Green, if you watch basketball. Who else? There's a few people. There's really a few people. Then among other things, come on, car. Yeah, I wanted to get across before the bus got here. But yeah, so I thought about that, right? And I was thinking to myself, how many people have been being controlled like this? And then when I think about it, like what? And I mean, you know what? From what I'm gathering about handlers per se, there's no distinct thing about handlers other than they are the ones who are controlling the neural monitoring and the way the brains are operating of the subject, let's just call it. It's like how I'm seeing it, it's like because it's like most TIs, like I think if you were to interview at least 10 different TIs, none of them would sound like they have the same handler. And then even if they're all from the same area, like here in New York City, right? I'm a part of a group where there's at least 15 of us that I've met in person. And when I think about it, I'm like, yo, when I think about it, I'm just like, we all don't have the same handlers. And then I'm also realizing too that not only do we not all have the same handlers, but they're of all different races. Some of them are of different genders. Then they're all probably also from different like backgrounds per se. Probably none of them should be any type of like good religion, because there's no loving religion that agrees with taking over someone's body and their mind. There's no loving religion that agrees to that. The only religion that I know of that has a thing about trying to take over another person or something, taking possession on and using a vessel, that's the Church of Set, aka the Church of Satan. And when you think about psychological warfare and electromagnetic warfare, and who were the main people who basically actually put this whole thing together with, the MK Ultra and all that, you return to Colonel Michael Aquino, right? Colonel Michael Aquino was like a leader of the Church of Satan, but he was also in the military. He held a very, very, very prominent position in the military. And not only that, but he was also the head of the psychological warfare division. So he wasn't just only a leader in the Church of Satan, but he was also a leader in psychological warfare for the U.S. military. Think about that now. Now when you think about, this technology, what is this technology basically, synthesizing? It's like a demon taking possession of a person's vessel, and the person is fighting with every will. You know what? I kind of wonder, I had the thought cross my mind, I kind of wonder if a priest can perform an exorcist on a TI. I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, maybe if a priest could perform an exorcist on a TI, then, or exorcism on a TI, maybe we could get some help from that. But I was like, I don't know. We talk about technology, and we already have established that, there is satanic energy in the technology, so, but, and then all these people who's going along with it, and they're just happy because they're getting something out of it, blah, blah, blah. Everything that you claim that you're getting out of it everything that they claim they're getting out of it is everything that can be taken away from them. They're not gaining anything really out of it. They're literally just getting things. The very same things that they're easily going to just spend up, or something can break down, or something can break. They're going to be the same person on the inside. They're going to be the same exact person on the inside. Nothing about them is going to change. Only thing that's changing about them is how much money they have, or if it's not how much money they have, it's the car they drive, or the home they have. Other than that, they're still going to be the same exact person. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably continue on with this, but just stay strong. Always remember that you are not alone in this. No matter what the handlers are telling you, you are not alone in this. There are millions of verbal TIs, millions of TIs who are already verbal about what's happening to them. And then there are even more millions, probably tens of millions, who don't realize that they're actually being that they're actually being whatchamacallit, that they're actually being you know, gang stalked in a sense. So, but hey, I'm about to clock out. I'll talk to you guys later. And always remember, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.